All right, welcome back to 926 Columbian Restoration. This week we focused on bathroom tile restoration. As you hopefully remember, we have the same period tile, 1927 original tile in all the bathrooms and the kitchen. Our intention is to restore that tile back to original as much as possible. And believe it or not, we have Heritage Tile in downtown Oak Park carries the exact replica tiles that we can use to replace broken tiles. And we've hired Tony Butita with Elite Tile, who is a master restoration tile guy who just is gonna work his magic in our bathrooms. So let me take you for a tour of what happened this week. This is Tony Butita, extraordinary tile guy, who's going to talk to us today about the restoration of the tile in the bathrooms in the kitchen. Go ahead, Tony. Tell us what you can do.
Okay, so in this bathroom, 100 years old, everything looks pretty good. You just need some doctoring. There are areas where the grout is missing in some of the corners. That happens over settling, so we'll come in and fill all of that. In areas where there's discoloration, we'll clean up. Looks pretty good. This area down here where these tiles are damaged, we're going to cut out this row of probably 5 and replace all of those with a matching tile. And we're talking about repairing this cast iron where the rust is at with an enamel, so we don't have to damage the original finish, which is mostly in good shape. And there are some stress cracks where we're going to use an enamel that matches the original tile color to try to hide those areas a little bit better. And
all right. Otherwise, the floor in this bathroom is in particularly good condition.
Sure.
And then we were talking also briefly about these little niches, like for the toilet paper and for the soap. They are a slightly different color than the tile. But Tony, tell us what you think about it.
I think it's part of the story. It's part of the character. They're original, so
I think we're gonna keep them.
Leave them.
All right. All right, okay, here I am now in the upstairs full bathroom. Tony has started working up here, but I wanted to take the opportunity to just talk to you about this bathroom tile, this bathroom style, what was going on in the 20s. I did some research, and it turns out that what people were thinking about when doing kitchens and bathrooms in the 20s and 30s was about sanitation, was about the ability to clean, was ability to keep everything sanitary. So this bathroom represents that mentality. The other thing to think about in this bathroom is the quality of this tile. This is extremely thick tile. It's about a 1/2 inch thick. I can probably try and show you here. About 1/2 inch thick tile. So very, very durable tile. Even the top cap piece, again, another very, very large piece of tile, very thick, meant to last. This tile not only is a very high quality tile, but the way that they installed it, you can see here where Tony has had to pull some tiles out. You can see how thick the concrete layer is that this tile is set in. So if someone was to remove this bathroom, it would take a jackhammer to get it off the walls. Same thing is true on the floor. These tiles are laid directly into a layer of concrete. So it was meant to last. It was also meant to be extremely cleanable. Even the cove, that's a cove tile on the corner, on that edge there. That is an extreme detail to allow for the room and the floor to be cleaned. So that's what's going on in the 20s, and that's why we see this tile. So I feel very strongly that this tile should be restored, and this bathroom should be restored and maintained versus being removed. In addition, in this particular bathroom, we have an original toilet, believe it or not, which is in pretty good condition. It does have some stress cracks in the bottom bowl part. I talked to Tony about that. He didn't seem to think that would be an issue. And then this sink, also original, and I can't find a single flaw in it. It doesn't have the original hardware, but we can probably find something a little more original. And then all of the niche pieces here seem to be in very good condition. The soap holder, these, I've got like a hook here, All of those are original. The towel bars, all original. Those are all going to stay. And you can see Tony has started replacing where there were cracks. And so he's also going to do the same with the floor. And of course, we're going to be keeping the tub and restoring all of that beautiful hardware right there. All right, well, stay tuned. A quick update on the powder room. We refinished the original corner sink in this bathroom. It is a cast iron sink with a porcelain finish that was unfortunately very rusted through. So we had a refinishing company, Arc, came in here today and did this refinishing, this reglazing process. It's several layers of the glaze that goes over the original sink. They actually had to fill in, there was 3 little holes at the back of the sink for an overflow. They did fill those in because they said they would continue to rust through if we didn't do that. So we did have to lose that bit of detail. But I think the sink looks like it's absolutely back to brand new here. And I also wanted to show you the tile samples that we got from Heritage Tile. You can see this is the exact size and depth of the tile that is here on the wall. It's not quite the exact white. Actually, this tile right here is the exact white, and they also have the same blue tile here that would be cut to fit that piece if we needed to replace any of that. So what a wonderful resource we have in Heritage Tile in downtown Oak Park. All right, feeling really good this week about our accomplishments in restoring this beautiful tile. I can't tell you how excited I am that we have professionals and resources that will allow us to do this and to not have to remove these beautiful bathrooms. I'm really looking forward to them coming together this week, possibly, and then adding the hardware to those sinks and to the tub and shower area. That's going to be a period look. I'm looking at Kingston brass fixtures there, so stay tuned for that. And also looking at lighting for those bathrooms. That will be a lot of fun too. So hopefully you'll join me next week to see what's happening. All right, see you then.